Tourniquet holder. This is going to be an interesting one. This is from Fieldcraft Survival, all the way in the US, tested by me, small South African YouTube channel. How's it going, guys, and welcome back to Quintessential the Gun Guy. Today we are testing the Fieldcraft Survival Tourniquet holder, which is absolutely super cool, designed by Mike Glover. I've been following for absolute ages. Brilliant guy, knows a lot about the industry and product design as well. Cool thing is that it's an American company, but it is made in South Africa. Very, very cool. It could have been Chinese, but it's not. It's South African made. I absolutely love it. All the way from somewhere in the Cape, not too sure. But this is a tourniquet holder, the cat tourniquet. I've been testing this for the last month and a half, absolutely loving it. I've been testing it in various scenarios. If you follow me on social media, you probably saw it on my battle belts. I carry it on the rear of it. It comes in this position here, so it's about on my 7 o'clock position, right at the back here. So shooting prone and supine, it doesn't get in the way of movement. It does take a bit of a beating, a few scratches here and there, but a super solid product. But let's have a closer look. So this is a closer look at the Fieldcraft Survival Tourniquet holder. As you can see, a really solid construction. This is a molded polymer or plastic. It does have a grippy surface, almost like a rubbery feel, but it is definitely a plastic. Yeah, starting from the front, that cross says that it's probably something to do with medical. The logo on this is actually useful, but we'll get to that in a bit. Branded Fieldcraft Survival. In the back we've got the clip, which is actually metal. This feels like spring steel. Very cool. Let's push this tourniquet out. As you can see, this tab here is actually protected for the Velcro on your tourniquet, which is absolutely brilliant, because if it makes contact with your clothing on a daily basis, this is going to start losing its efficacy. Means that it's not going to be as strong anymore as holding this tab here. So very, very cool. This is a very compact system like this, and windlass goes into the center here. There's a couple of ways of getting it out. You can either pull it straight up like that, or you can pull it straight forward, and that's going to come out there. But if you really need to pull it violently to get it out there. Very, very cool. Yeah, gives you solid protection on your tourniquet. It is a fabric, your tourniquet. This is the proper Cat 7 tourniquet. Fabric, which means that it is going to degrade over time. So you need a protector that's going to be up to the job, and this definitely is. This is the packaging that it comes in. Very, very nice. Has a black on black Fieldcraft Survival. And you can see it's been branded properly. You know what's happening inside of the box. Inside the box you get a molly clip. This goes onto molly if you're running a plate carrier. Whilst we're on this subject, there's not very many tourniquet holders in the market. You get this one from molly system as well, which is a double retention system. But as you can see, it's a bit of a pain getting it out quickly, not so easy. Yeah, this is my training tourniquet. This one gets it out a lot easier if you're running on the molly on the plate carrier, but I prefer running this on my battle belt, as I said earlier. Spring steel means that it's a lot stronger than if you are running maybe like a polymer clip, plastic clip, something like that. Yeah, a lot stronger. Really, really like this. It is solid. It can take a beating. It's easy to get out nice and quick, because you have seconds if you need this, whether it's for yourself or whether it's for someone else that you need to treat or get to stop the bleeding, which is absolutely brilliant. This is what you need. Probably slightly less retention. This is a tension grip design, so it just holds it. Where that one with all the straps to go over, it's probably a lot better to hold it down. But this, I can't complain. I use this, I ran with it, used this for a couple of days. I even everyday carried this, but we'll get to that in a bit. On the parts that I maybe don't like. Absolutely brilliant. There's nothing much to say. It does its job, and it does its job well. So brilliant investment. You can get it at a couple of places. Quartermaster, they've got it in South Africa now. Goes for just over 600 Rand as far as I know. But on the pricey side. But if you look at the price of holsters, this is close to the same thing. It's just a holster for your tourniquet, and the chances of using this versus your firearm is probably a lot more to save a life. Anyway, now let's get to the things that I don't like, seeing that it's such a good and full package. Funny dad jokes. Anyway, so things that I don't like is to everyday carry this. This was a freaking pain to everyday carry. Cool thing about this clip is that it's so long, so which means that it's made for your battle belt, not so much for your everyday carry belt. So it does shift around, and this spring steel, sometimes it gets caught in your skin, or it gives you a bit of a gaff, which is not so comfortable. So definitely maybe not an everyday carry. I did carry this initially for a couple of days, wasn't too impressed with it just because of a comfortability standpoint. But then when I used it on the range, this was freaking brilliant. So definitely more geared towards whether you're on duty or whether you are shooting competitions, anything like that. So definitely more of a duty belt rig or play carrier rig than an everyday carry kind of scenario. Gives you solid protection. Problem that I've got with this though, it's just a personal thing with the guys that I trained with. You need to fold this up a bit differently than I like to stage my tourniquet. Now, I don't know if you can see that there's a couple of layers to this tourniquet. So I'm going to show you how to set this up to fit in your holster properly, because this was a bit of a battle for me. Even after they did send me videos of how they like to do it. Yeah, I like to do my own way. Yeah, I never like to listen. Anyway, so what I like to do is, or how I like to set up my tourniquet is, I just fold this down. This I like to fold over. This goes down to the little red lip. Come on. And then I like to fold it up towards there. So that's how I like to set up my tourniquet. Problem with this way is that it's going to be too long for the tourniquet holder. Let's push this in. So that's all the way down there, but it's still sticking out there. So that's a bit of a problem that I had with my technique like this. So great thing about my technique is when you pull it out, you can just flick it and it is ready to go. Nice and quick deployment. Bit of a different setup if you wanted to fit in here. So what they did is the distance between these clamps here and this buckle, that's the length that your tourniquet should be to fit in the tourniquet holder. So doing this, you need to play around a bit and almost zigzag it in to be able to fit in there. So what I did, I think you're probably supposed to do that, setting this up, is you need to zigzag it down. So you go down and back up again. Come on. Just to the buckle and then back down again. Sorry, Velcro everywhere. So you go up again to the top, and then this just folds over the back, meaning that you've got a bit of a zigzag, which gives you solid retention, so it makes it nice and thick, so the tourniquet holder can bite onto it, and also is going to fit in there. Problem that I've got with this is if you pull it out, it's not as quick a deployment as you would with the other way of setting it up. So you need to be slightly more violent in getting out. Not a massive problem, I just like my technique a little bit better than I was taught by my organization that I did the stop the bead with. Different strokes for different folks. I do understand that doing it with the other technique, it would have made this quite a bit longer than this, which means that it would have been more uncomfortable probably. So keeping it nice and compact, it's probably why they went with this technique. Anyway, not too much anything else that I can think of that's on the downside. You need to carry at least a tourniquet on you. Carrying medical is not as cool as carrying your firearm, carrying it in a holster. But I think we really need to push medical because, as I said earlier, the chances of you using medical is quite a bit more than you actually pulling your firearm. It's a lot better saving a life than taking it to save another life. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this quick review of the tourniquet holder from Fieldcraft Survival. I'll see you again later. Cheers.